Hey everyone, Jake here, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of Freemasonry, a fraternity shrouded in symbolism and secrecy. Specifically, its connection to Joseph Smith, founder of Mormonism. Joseph Smith's journey into Freemasonry began in Nauvoo, Illinois, in 1842. Nauvoo was a bustling hub for the Latter-day Saints, and Freemasonry was a prominent social institution. Smith quickly rose through the ranks, attaining the degree of Master Mason. Historians argue that Masonic rituals influenced Mormon temple ceremonies. Joseph Smith. My journey into Freemasonry was swift and profound. The rituals, the symbols, they spoke to me in ways I hadn't anticipated. Did they shape my visions? Perhaps. Or maybe they mirrored truths I had already begun to see. Let's turn our attention to another prominent figure deeply entwined with Freemasonry, George Washington. Initiated as a young man, Washington's Masonic journey spanned decades, reflecting his commitment to its principles. During the Revolutionary War, his Masonic membership served as a unifying force, transcending divisions. Washington's leadership, characterized by integrity and civic duty, resonated with Masonic ideals. His connection to Freemasonry wasn't just a footnote, it was a cornerstone of his character. Benjamin Franklin, a polymath of the Enlightenment, found a kindred spirit in Freemasonry. Joining in his 20s, Franklin rose to Grand Master in Pennsylvania. His curiosity and dedication to social improvement aligned with Masonic principles. Franklin's printing work spread Masonic ideals and Enlightenment principles. As Grand Master, Franklin exemplified reason and philanthropy. The world of music found harmony with Freemasonry through Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Joining the fraternity in Vienna, Mozart's works reflected Masonic themes of brotherhood and enlightenment.
His opera, The Magic Flute, is filled with Masonic symbolism, exploring good versus evil and the search for truth.
Mozart's Masonic ties provided a supportive community, fostering creative exchange and inspiration. Sir Winston Churchill, the iconic British Prime Minister during World War II, was also a dedicated Freemason.
Churchill's Masonic membership provided him strength and solace amidst the darkest days of the war. His courage, determination, and speeches embodied Masonic virtues of fortitude, perseverance, and justice.
François-Marie Arouet, better known by his pen name Voltaire, was a towering figure of the Enlightenment, a movement that championed reason, individual liberty, and the separation of church and state.
Voltaire's scathing wit, sharp criticism of societal ills, and advocacy for religious tolerance resonated with Masonic principles.
Samuel Clemens, the literary giant known as Mark Twain, found a home in Freemasonry. Joining the fraternity in 1861, his Masonic membership coincided with his rise as a celebrated author.
His experiences within the lodge, particularly its emphasis on brotherhood and morality, influenced his literary works.
Henry Ford, the visionary industrialist who revolutionized automobile manufacturing, was also a proud Freemason. Joining the fraternity in 1923 reflected his belief in community, hard work, and ethical business practices.
His assembly line methods transformed the automotive industry, embodying Masonic principles of efficiency, ingenuity, and progress.
Marion Mitchell Morrison, better known as John Wayne, epitome of rugged individualism and American masculinity, was a lifelong Freemason. Joining the fraternity in 1933, my Masonic membership reflected my belief in traditional values and patriotism.
His on-screen persona, often portraying cowboys, soldiers, and lawmen, embodied Masonic virtues of courage and honor.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. He was a dedicated Freemason. Initiated in 1911, Roosevelt's Masonic membership spanned over 3 decades, reflecting his commitment to its principles.
His leadership during crisis, marked by empathy and resilience, aligned with Masonic ideals of service and justice.
Harry S. Truman, the 33rd President of the United States, made the momentous decision to drop atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, bringing World War II to an end. He was also a lifelong Freemason. Joining the fraternity in 1909, Truman's Masonic membership shaped his leadership.
His presidency, marked by his down-to-earth demeanor, his commitment to honesty and integrity, and his unwavering resolve in the face of adversity reflected Masonic virtues of humility, truthfulness, and fortitude.
Oscar Wilde, the Irish playwright, novelist, and celebrated wit, known for his flamboyant style and his novel The Picture of Dorian Gray, was initiated into Freemasonry as a young man.
Wilde's public persona often challenged Victorian norms, but his Masonic affiliation suggests a deeper appreciation for tradition and enlightenment.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the Scottish physician and writer who created Sherlock Holmes, was also a dedicated Freemason.
Some scholars suggest Freemasonry's symbolism and secret societies inspired his stories.
J. Edgar Hoover, the enigmatic first director of the FBI, transformed it into a powerful force in American law enforcement and was also a lifelong Freemason. Joining the fraternity in 1920, Hoover's Masonic membership spanned over 5 decades, reflecting his belief in law and order, patriotism, and traditional values.
His tenure as FBI director was marked by his relentless pursuit of criminals and commitment to national security, but also accusations of abuse of power and civil liberties violations.
Louis Armstrong, affectionately known as Satchmo, the legendary jazz trumpeter, singer, and entertainer who revolutionized American music, was also a proud Freemason.
His trumpet playing, characterized by its technical brilliance and joyful exuberance, became a soundtrack for the Harlem Renaissance and a symbol of African-American artistry.
Edward Kennedy Duke Ellington, the iconic jazz composer, pianist, and band leader who elevated jazz to an art form with his sophisticated compositions and innovative arrangements, was also a dedicated Freemason.
His orchestra, a veritable who's who of jazz legends, became a training ground for generations of musicians.
Nat King Cole, the legendary jazz pianist and vocalist whose smooth baritone voice and sophisticated style captivated audiences worldwide, was also a proud Freemason.
His career spanned from jazz pianist to popular crooner, breaking racial barriers and paving the way for future African-American artists.
William Clark Gable, better known as Clark Gable, the iconic Hollywood actor dubbed the King of Hollywood, was also a Freemason.
His on-screen persona, often portraying charming yet honorable men, resonated deeply with audiences during Hollywood's golden age.
Richard Franklin Lennox. Thomas Pryor, known as Richard Pryor, the groundbreaking comedian whose raw, unflinching humor broke down racial barriers, was also a Freemason.
Joining the fraternity in the 1980s, Pryor's Masonic membership reflected his search for meaning beyond the stage.
Jesse Louis Jackson Sr., the American civil rights activist, Baptist minister, and politician, was also a lifelong Freemason.
Jackson's powerful oratory and his commitment to social justice made him a leading voice in the civil rights movement.
Edwin Eugene Aldrin Jr., better known as Buzz Aldrin, the second human to walk on the moon, was also a Freemason.
His journey to the moon, a testament to human ingenuity and courage, inspired generations to dream of reaching for the stars.
John Albert Elway Jr., the legendary NFL quarterback who led the Denver Broncos to 2 Super Bowl victories, known for his powerful arm, clutch performances, and determination, was also a Freemason.
His career in professional football inspired teammates, overcame adversity, and achieved greatness, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks.
Arnold Daniel Palmer, one of the greatest professional golfers, known for his charisma, aggressive style, and fan connection, was also a Freemason.
His impact on golf transcended the sport, popularizing the game among everyday people and inspiring generations with his passion, dedication, and commitment to excellence.
Stephen Gary Wozniak, also known as Woz, co-founded Apple Computer with Steve Jobs and Ronald Wayne, making computers accessible to the average person, was also a Freemason.
His contributions to the personal computer revolution, driven by his technical brilliance and his desire to empower individuals through technology, left an indelible mark on the world.
Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal, known as Shaq, the retired professional basketball player and former sports analyst, widely considered one of the greatest centers of all time, is also a Freemason.
His dominance on the court, characterized by his size and strength, earned him numerous championships and a place in basketball history. From presidents to musicians, writers to athletes, Freemasonry weaves through history, connecting individuals committed to its core principles. These giants found brotherhood, enlightenment, and a platform for positive change. Their stories remind us that great accomplishments often stem from shared values. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the universe.